What would you do if the very foundation of your home state was crumbling under the weight of poverty and homelessness? This is not a hypothetical question. It's a harsh reality for millions of Americans. Across the nation, certain states are spiraling into a socioeconomic abyss, plagued by poverty, unemployment, and homelessness. In this gripping exploration, we'll uncover the stories of the 10 states collapsing fastest under these pressures. Stay with us until the end to learn what can be done to reverse these tragic trends. Before we dive in, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below with your thoughts on the challenges your state faces. Your engagement helps us continue creating impactful documentaries. Number 1. California. California, often seen as a land of opportunity, is grappling with a staggering homelessness crisis. With nearly 185,000 homeless individuals, more than any other state, the situation has reached an alarming level. The median home price in California stands at a jaw-dropping $854,000, while rents often exceed $3,000 per month, making housing inaccessible for a significant portion of its residents. The state's adjusted poverty rate of 18.1% reflects the widening gap between the wealthy and the struggling middle and lower classes. Mental health issues and substance abuse further compound the crisis, leaving many unable to escape their circumstances. Nonprofit organizations and local governments are attempting to address the problem with programs like affordable housing initiatives and mental health support services, but the scale of the issue requires more comprehensive action. California's situation is a stark reminder that even the most prosperous states can falter without equitable economic and social policies. Number 2. New York. New York, home to one of the largest economies in the world, faces a housing and homelessness crisis that is impossible to ignore. Nearly 147,000 residents are homeless, with many concentrated in New York City. High rents in urban areas and upstate alike exacerbate the problem. 44% of renters spend over half their income on housing. A significant wealth gap further intensifies the issue. While the state's elite live in opulence, many residents struggle to afford basic necessities. This disparity has led to a mass migration of people seeking affordable living conditions elsewhere. In response, New York has launched programs aimed at creating affordable housing and providing care for the homeless. However, systemic reform is essential to address the root causes of these issues and prevent further collapse. Number 3. Vermont. Vermont. Known for its picturesque landscapes and small-town charm, Vermont faces one of the highest homelessness rates per capita in the country. Over 50 individuals per 10,000 residents are homeless, and rising housing costs compound the issue. The median home price in Vermont is $425,500, and average rents hover around $2,000, leaving many families struggling to make ends meet. Vermont's government has taken steps to combat the crisis, allocating millions of dollars toward emergency housing programs and innovative solutions such as affordable housing developments. Yet the limited availability of jobs and the high cost of living pose ongoing challenges. As Vermont works to address these issues, its plight serves as a cautionary tale of how even small states can succumb to national economic pressures without proper intervention. Number 4. Oregon. Oregon has the highest homelessness rate per capita in the U.S., and the problem continues to grow. The average rent in Oregon sits at around $1,500, far beyond what many families can afford. This housing crisis, combined with a statewide substance abuse issue, nearly 20% of residents report struggling with addiction, paints a grim picture. Innovative solutions, such as tiny home villages and mobile crisis units, are being implemented to address the crisis. These programs offer transitional housing and immediate support for those in need, but they are merely temporary fixes to a deeper systemic issue. Oregon's struggle highlights the urgent need for affordable housing and better access to mental health and addiction services as the state fights to regain its footing. Number 5. Mississippi. When you think of Mississippi, images of Southern charm and rich history may come to mind. But beneath its cultural beauty lies a state gasping for economic survival. Mississippi has the highest poverty rate in the United States, with nearly 1 in 5 residents living below the poverty line. The median household income is a mere $55,556, far below the national average. The state's struggling education system ranks 49th in child welfare, leaving an ill-prepared workforce. Healthcare access is equally dire, with 13.7% of adults uninsured and 36% of residents living in areas with limited medical services. In addition, food deserts plague nearly 20% of the population, compounding health and nutrition crises. The housing situation is equally grim. Average rents for a 2-bedroom apartment hover around $1,000, far out of reach for many families. But hope persists. Organizations like the Mississippi Housing Partnership are working tirelessly to reverse these trends, offering job training and affordable housing programs. Still, the road to recovery is long and arduous. Number 6. New Mexico. New Mexico's breathtaking landscapes hide a grim reality. With a poverty rate of 17.8% and an unemployment rate of 4.4%, the state is trapped in an economic drought. Over 21% of households spend more than half their income on rent, leaving little for necessities like food and healthcare. Healthcare access is another significant challenge, with over 1 million residents living in designated healthcare shortage areas. Native American communities, in particular, face the harshest conditions, with limited access to utilities, education, and job opportunities. Grassroots efforts are making strides to provide support, such as improving access to basic utilities and affordable housing. However, New Mexico's structural challenges demand broader systemic changes to create lasting progress. Number 7. Louisiana. Louisiana. Famous for its vibrant culture and delicious cuisine, Louisiana is a state that dances on the edge of disaster. With a poverty rate of 19%, it is one of the poorest states in the nation. The economy heavily relies on oil and tourism, 2 volatile industries that leave jobs precarious and unstable. Frequent hurricanes wreak havoc on homes and infrastructure, forcing families into cycles of displacement and poverty. Housing costs remain disproportionately high, with rents for a 2-bedroom apartment ranging from $1,312 to $1,852. Crime rates further compound the state's challenges, with Louisiana holding the highest violent crime rate in the U.S. Grassroots organizations like the Louisiana Housing Alliance are stepping in to address housing shortages and provide resources for those most affected. Yet the fight to stabilize this collapsing state feels like a race against time. Number 8. West Virginia. West Virginia. Known for its coal mining heritage, West Virginia is now grappling with the collapse of its primary industry. The state has a poverty rate of 16.7%, and its economy is further strained by one of the highest overdose rates in the nation due to the opioid epidemic. With coal jobs dwindling, many workers face an uncertain future. Grassroots initiatives are attempting to pivot the workforce towards renewable energy, but the transition is slow and uneven. Meanwhile, the housing crisis persists, with nearly half of renters spending over 30% of their income on rent. Despite the challenges, communities in West Virginia are demonstrating resilience. Retraining programs and grassroots recovery efforts offer glimmers of hope for a brighter future. Number 9. Kentucky. Kentucky, once a hub of manufacturing excellence, has witnessed a dramatic decline in its industrial workforce, losing 85% of such jobs over the last 30 years. This economic collapse has fueled a poverty rate of 16.4%, leaving countless families in financial despair. The state also battles a devastating opioid epidemic, with nearly 2,000 lives lost to overdoses in 2023 alone, underscoring the urgent need for health interventions. Housing costs remain another pressing issue, as over 54% of renters spend more than 30% of their income on rent, pushing many into precarious living situations. While nonprofits and grassroots initiatives provide aid, the challenges demand comprehensive strategies from both state and federal levels to reverse the downward spiral. Number 10. Arkansas. Arkansas continues to struggle with deeply entrenched poverty, with 16.3% of its residents living below the poverty line. Over 10% of the population lacks health insurance, leaving many without access to essential medical care. Rural communities bear the brunt of these issues, facing a glaring shortage of affordable housing, with an estimated need for over 57,000 low-income rental units. Despite these challenges, community-driven efforts like the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank distributed an impressive 11 million meals in 2022, offering hope to families in need. Yet long-term solutions such as expanded healthcare coverage, improved housing policies, and investments in rural development are crucial to breaking the cycle of poverty. The struggles faced by these 10 states serve as a stark reminder of the fragility of the American dream. From Kentucky's manufacturing decline to Arkansas's rural housing crisis, these challenges highlight the importance of addressing systemic issues like poverty, homelessness, and healthcare inequities. While efforts are being made by local communities and nonprofits, the scale of these problems demands more comprehensive and collaborative solutions at every level of society. This video is not just a documentary, it's a call to action. The stories shared here emphasize that behind every statistic is a real person, a family, a child, a community struggling to survive. By raising awareness, advocating for change, and supporting those in need, we can help rebuild hope for millions of Americans. If you've found this exploration eye-opening, make sure to hit the like button and share this video to spread the message. Don't forget to subscribe to Discovering the Earth for more insightful content, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think are the most pressing solutions to these crises? Together, we can inspire change and pave the way for a better future. See you in the next episode.